Hello fellow traders, greetings from Port Ridgeway. This is Satya NR, your fellow trader. This is the final part of the three-part series regarding the financial capital under the basic concepts. So we have already discussed the part 1 and part 2. In case if you have not viewed the part 1 and part 2, I request you to first check that. Only then you will be able to understand this particular part very clearly. So let's get started. In the part 1, I showed the ways I evolved. I did different steps. I told conventional way, I started with, then the pragmatic way, which was half-baked, and finally the pragmatic enlightened way, which we are going to discuss here. The conventional way I failed because I primarily followed many advices that was given that for a financial capital, sufficient amount of money, whatever you have, is good enough. Or they said that whatever the brokerage margin, little bit of buffer is there, that is more than sufficient. So since without rationale I entered the market with this financial capital, I failed. And in the pragmatic way, when I started realizing that it's much more than the normal financial capital, you should also have something that's an emotional capital, and you will have to give a percentage of a trade capital to the financial capital. I started implementing it, and I started executing 1% trade capital, which is equivalent to 100 trades, and I derived to a financial capital. In spite of doing all the calculation, in spite of having the financial capital as per given by many traders, still I failed again because I did not consider the emotional capital in detail. I think we have discussed both this scenario, and the final scenario what I am now is what I am going to show you how exactly I moved on and then conquered the emotional capital. So when trade capital is designated as 1%, when I decided that pragmatic way is there, which is being followed by many successful traders, I realized it is possible for you to bring the complete control of your emotion and to execute a trade irrespective of the type of the returns, only when you are ascertained with all these factors. One, broker margin, which we have already seen, and the stop loss also we have already seen. But what I did not consider earlier is the win-loss ratio, the drawdown, and the brokerage. These three terminologies, these three philosophies is extremely important for preserving the emotional capital. Let me take you further to show what exactly is the win-loss ratio what I have. Now in my trade setup, in my trading system, if I am going to take 100 trades, which is equivalent to 1% reflection of the financial capital, again to emphasize, I have a success ratio of 60% and I have a failure ratio of 40%. So in your trading system, irrespective of the trading system whatever you follow, before you jump into the trading as a career in the live market, it is extremely important you do the paper trade. I think if you have already undergone the paper trade series in our mentorship program, you will know how to calculate the win-loss ratio, and you need to have a very precise percentage on your system, what is going to be a success ratio and what is going to be a failure ratio. And sometimes people do have the win-loss ratio based on 30 trades. They do the 30 trade and then they calculate the percentage of it. But normally, statistically, the student t-test and different t-tests which follow the small sample size of 30 numbers is not considered to be extremely important or not considered to be very significant to give a good result. So it is better you have a trade of at least 100 multiple times, you do the paper trading, and you have a very clear view. If I am going to take up 100 trades, that means 60 trades will be good. If you are going to have a success ratio of 60, that means it is something really phenomenal. You will be able to really make huge amount of money. Because as we learn in the program more and more, when your risk reward is going to be 1:2 or 1:3, even as less as 40% success of win is sufficient enough for you to generate a wonderful income as a trader. So without knowing this, we will not be able to preserve the emotional capital. That's point number one. Once you know that, once you are very, very clear emotionally, if I take 100 trades, I am very, very sure that 50% of the trade will be successful, then there is no chance for you to be anxious. Absolutely, there is no stress for you at the 40th trade. When you are trading 20th trade, which was what was happening in my previous pragmatic way, which was off-baked, I traded 7 times. If you remember that video, or if you can review that video and see, after 7th time, when I lost the confidence, I stopped trading. If only I knew about this win-loss ratio, I would have waited for 100 trades, then I would have taken a decision, and since I have already done the paper trading, I will be 100% sure that I will 100% win 50% of time or 40% of time. So there is no ambiguity, there is no emotional stress. You have a complete control over your emotional stress. This is what I was lacking, and once I found this, I found it to be an extremely important, a huge jump for me to control over financial market, because I didn't have much stress at all when the financial capital was depleting. But still there was some small itch, which is a drawdown factor. The drawdown factor is a very, very important factor which is ignored by majority of the trader or the beginners, which has a huge influence on the day-to-day trading, especially intraday trading. What we mean by drawdown is the number of losses to win in a sequence. You may have a success rate of 60%, but you need to see the drawdown. Supposing if there is going to be a drawdown of 60 loss or 50 losses, after that you are going to have 50 wins, after that again you are going to have 10 loss, and then again you are going to have win. That means the drawdown is going to be 50, which means that 50% of your financial capital will drain down. Only after that you will start winning. Till such time you need to be emotionally strong. This is a hypothetical situation I am saying, but in your trading system, in your trading style, when you undergo this mentorship program, when you think that you have reached the paper trading lessons, at the end of the paper trading lesson, those sessions you should be very, very clear what is going to be my drawdown. I am sure you may think that it may not reflect 100%, but still you may at least know how much it is going to be realistically to the real life scenario. Drawdown is a very important concept which gives an edge towards yourself. It protects you from all sorts of emotional breakdown. Supposing in your paper trading you come with the results that you have your trading system, a trading style which gives around 8 loss consecutively in 100 trades what you have done. That means when there is going to be a losing trade of a 5th or a 6th or a 7th, you will be very comfortable because you are sure that maximum you have done is 8 times in the paper trade. Maybe even if it goes one step ahead, even the 9th trade, you will don't have that anxiety. And once you don't have that anxiety, that itself is a big boon for you to preserve your financial capital, because your decision making is so good, so clear, and your objective is not ruined by the emotional. So that is probably the most important aspect I learned in a pragmatic way, what I call to overcome and then to capitalize the finance, to preserve the finance, win-loss ratio, and then the drawdown. And the last aspect, the brokerage or the break-even point, I think that one, it has got to do with the number of lots and how much the slippage is going to be. It's part basically to do with the trade management per se, but still I have included in that because it could be useful for the many fellow traders when you are going to talk about the emotional capital. So let me just go through and then give you some more examples. Already in the last video we saw the examples of calculating the financial capital for the futures, one of the stock future HDFC I think we did, and then we also did for the bank index, and we came to a conclusion. If you want to do the HDFC future, then you need to have a financial capital of around 6 lakhs, the brokerage capital of around I think it's here, let me have a look. Yes, the brokerage capital of around 1.1 plus you are going to have the HDFC Bank future. We said that ATR is going to be 6, approximately we had put as 5. I think even if it is going to be 6, 2 ATR, that means 12 into 500 is the lot size, so 6,000 rupees per trade, so that means approximately around 7 lakhs or so. And we are going to now add one more small point. So if the drawdown is going to be, let us say, maximum of 10, so we need to put this 10 also including the capital. So which means this is what I follow for all my trade capital, to preserve the capital, to have the integrated emotional capital and the financial capital together, so I am totally stress free. Stop loss into 100 trades plus broker margin plus stop loss into number of the drawdown trades will be equal to your financial capital. That is the bottom line which I do to preserve the emotional capital. Why 100 trades? Let me just give you a small example how stress free it could be. Let us say by hook or crook somehow you manage to save around 5 lakhs rupees, and then you have started your trading career because you had been following this particular principle, and on the back of it you already have a nice trading system, let us say based on the price action trading, because that's what we follow. But irrespective of whatever trading system you follow, you are very quite sure of the trading system. When you are going to start your trade 1 or trade 2, when you are going to designate 1% of that 5 lakh, which is 5,000 rupees, even if you lose 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees 2 trades, it is not going to make you really any pinch, because you are extremely clear of your complete concept of the number of win to loss, number of drawdowns. Even if you are not clear, still just the sheer proportion, since it's going to be just 1%, will not totally demoralize you to trade, will not make you to make bad decision, will not inculcate a fear factor in you. Instead of this, if you have taken only the broker margin, or just with the broker margin little more buffering, just 1 lakh or 2 lakh arbitrarily, or just 3 lakh arbitrarily, without any logic or without any precise rationale, moment you are going to lose 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees, absolutely you don't have any control over your emotion, and you definitely tend to be a failure. This is what was happening to me, which I think I had totally overcome with this complete concept when I have understood. To summarize again, for having a pragmatic way in the financial capital, emotional capital is extremely important, and to preserve the emotional capital, the formula what I follow, I feel formula that what every fellow trader have to follow for a stress-free trading is stop loss into 100 trades plus broker margin plus stop loss into number of trade down trades. Now, if you have understood all these concepts, you would have realized that we are talking in terms of lakhs. But supposing, let us say that I don't want to invest so much of money into it because I do not know, I am little jittery because 5 lakhs is too much for me, then is there any other way that you can trade? Yes, definitely you can trade. There are two things that I want you to differentiate. One is, first you need to master the trade. To master the trade, you require some sort of financial capital. Then, to multiply your financial capital, and to make that as a career and a profitable business venture, you need a different financial capital. The financial capital as a business venture need not be the same as a financial capital for mastering the trade. This is the biggest mistake I was doing in my lifetime. I was trying to put all the financial capital and try to learn the business with that financial capital. But when I realized this formula, then immediately I jumped on to have a minimal amount of financial capital. I mastered my trade as a price action trader, and then I entered into a trading career as a business venture, which I eventually became very successful. Let me show you the example of that, how I did. Now, instead of going to the future or to the index, I am a day trader, and we have been saying here in our forum, this day traders launch, we follow the intraday. So to buy and sell intraday, when I learned all the concept in the program, in the price action trading, and when I realized that financial capital is the most important aspect to master, I started trading in the equity. So now you see the example, now you see the life, how simple it is. This is an equity of an HDFC, wherein you can buy either one stock or two stock or 5 stock or 100 stocks. But you need to sell, you can also sell, but on the same day it has to be closed. But that is what it is as a day trading. So to learn the trading with this financial capital formula, let us see how it is going to work out. So I am going to go for an ATR. First I am going to calculate the ATR. This ATR is going to be the same, 6. So that means 2 ATR is 6 plus 6 is going to be 12. That means 12 points or 12 rupees is going to be the loss in each of the trade. I hope the point 1 is clear. Which means in our equation, 12 into 100 trades we are going to take, that means 1200 rupees is the loss of a complete 1200 trades, or in a term of percentage, 1% is 12 and then 100% is going to be 1200. So you will require a capital of, in that equation, 1200. And what should be the margin? Let us say that this is going to be the equity margin for an HDFC Bank. If it is going to be, this is 1x and 11x approximately. Let us assume that we have already put 1200 rupees is going to be the maximum. And if you want to buy one HDFC Bank equity share, if you are going to keep it as position, that means you will have to have 951 rupees, because 951 rupees is the stock price now. But if it is going to be, if you are going to have the same 951, let us say 1000 rupees if you are going to have, with that margin, let us say how much of intraday you can purchase HDFC Bank equity stock. Let us calculate that. It is putting as 11%. Can you see? So let us say that if it is going to be 1000 rupees, the present price is 950. So 11 times, that means you can take about 11 shares of HDFC. You can play with that with just 1000 rupees. So coming back to our equation of what we are supposed to have, stop loss is going to be 12 into 100 trades, 1200 rupees. Broker margin you can keep as less as 1000 rupees. That means it is going to be 2200 rupees. Let us say the drawdown is going to be 10, which means 10 into 12 rupees, again 120 rupees. So approximately, even if you put all these things together, 1000 rupees plus 1200 rupees plus again another 150 rupees, around 2350 rupees is more than sufficient for you to have a perfectly financial capital for you to learn trading. You need to understand this concept, very, very important, because this is how every fellow trader, I probably feel, should start. In this, we have not violated anything at all. We are following the complete principle. With just 3500 rupees or 4000 rupees, you should be able to have an excellent exposure to an trading, price action trading. And once you master it, and we also saw the last point, the brokerage. Let us go to the brokerage calculator and see. Supposing I am going to buy this 951 rupees share. See the calculator and the equity. I think already, yeah, 951 rupees buy, and I am going to sell after immediately 952, just 1 point. And the quantity what we have got is 11. You remember? 11 quantity is going to be. So if you are going to get 11, that means you are going to actually lose even though you have won. This is what is known as a slippage. So that means even if you are going to get 11 shares, supposing if you are going to get 1 share, let us see. If you are going to get 1 share and the net profit is going to be 24 pice, then you need to go to the contract and then you will have to select your whichever state it is, and then you will have to see what is going to be your profit. So excluding all the brokerage margins, the stamp duty, you are getting 18 paise profit. 18 paise profit if you are going to take a trade on HDFC equity on a day trading basis, and if you feel that from 951 if it just goes to 952. But as you learn the program more and more, you understand your risk reward ratio is going to be minimum 10 points. That is what, because if it is going to be minimum 10, why 10 points is because we are taking ATR as, we are taking stop loss as 10, or if you are going to take stop loss as 12, 1:1 is going to be minimum ratio, 1:2 is normally ideal, which means if you are going to enter here, probably you are going to exit in this place, which will be around, let us say 12 points. So if it is going to be a 12 points, let us go to the brokerage calculator again. Let me refresh it. That means 950 we are going to enter, and we are going to sell at 962 because 12 point we have gained, and the quantity is going to be 1, and you are going to have 11 rupees and 26 paise a profit. Okay, and let us see the sample contract. 11 rupees and 20 paise, 6 paise have gone for the stamp duty. So which essentially it means with the complete risk reward ratio, with the complete concepts, there is absolutely no ambiguity in this. We have covered all the concepts which can cause losses to us, and with around 3,500 rupees a financial capital, it is a perfectly manageable, precisely calculated capital. If you are going to trade, and if you can master the price action with just one quantity, you should be able to have a profit of 11 rupees. Well, at this juncture, you may feel, what is there in 11 rupees? What is a big deal in the 11 rupees? Because I am not here for earning 11 rupees, is what maybe you may be thinking. But what I have learnt all this year is, as I keep saying again and again, trade at ease is the ultimate mantra for you as a career to live. If you can make a profit of 11 rupees in one trade, and if you have invested, let us say 3,500 rupees, let's say that you have invested 5,000 rupees of a financial capital, which is calculated precisely as per the protocol which you have followed. And if you have increased your capital from 5,000 rupees to 5,500 rupees, I'm sure it's going to take at least 9 to 12 months for you to do that. It's not going to be a simple affair to increase 5,000 rupees to 5,500 rupees. I still vividly remember once I earned 18 rupees 70 paise in a trade, which was a turning point in my trade, I call. Because the amount of principles and practice that has gone for that small trade has made a huge influence for me. In a similar way, for you, if you think that you can make 5,000 to 5,500, I am sure that each one of you has reached really a successful point. You have reached your whole alchemist level. You should be able to turn your 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs capital, if you are going to invest, to easily 5 to 6 crores. I can give it to you in writing. But To start turning the 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs or turning to a crore, it is not possible if you can't make 11 rupees profit from 5,000 rupees or 3,500 rupees. If you think your trading system, if you think your mentorship level, if you think your trading skill or an emotional skill is not having an edge to make a profit of 11 rupees or a 12 rupees in a precise capital of 3,000 rupees, I don't think you have reached a level to put a financial capital of 3 lakhs and 4 lakhs and enter into a trading arena where you are going to compete not only with the best of best brains, as well as you are going to compete with an algo, the best of fastest brains, the computer brains. I hope this particular basic concept series on financial capital was useful to you. Some of the things which I have learned over a period of years, I have shared with you, and please do pass your comment and hope you to be a very successful trader. Thank you for your valuable time. Signing off, Satya Yannar, your fellow trader.